Welcome to Happy, Healthy, Whole, and Rich, where faith meets action and transformation is non negotiable. I'm Tina Brinkley Potts, and I believe now is the time to step boldly into your power, walk in divine wisdom, and claim the life you were meant to live. Each episode, I'll bring you real, unfiltered truth because this world needs leaders who refuse to shrink. Let's get it. Welcome back to Happy, Healthy, Whole, and Rich. I'm Tina Brinkley Potts, and let's say it together. I know who I play for. Today, we're diving into one of my favorite principles, how to speak wealth into form. So many of us write goals, make vision boards, and dream big dreams, but we forget the creative power that comes when we speak those dreams into the atmosphere. Words don't just describe reality, they create it. When spoken with clarity and conviction, they shape our prosperity blueprint, align our actions, and open doors we couldn't have forced open. Let's anchor today's episodes in Proverbs 18:21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. This verse is as clear as it gets. Your tongue is a seed planting tool. Every word you speak is either sowing life into your prosperity or death into your potential. And the fruit that grows, you'll eat it. That means your future is being shaped right now by the words that leave your mouth. When I think about the power of the spoken word, I can't help but go back to when I created my club level access coaching program. Several years ago, I was at a retreat in Long Beach, California, with a sales coach and a group of women. She was brilliant at sales, no question about it. But when it came to teaching technology side of things, it just wasn't landing. The women were frustrated, confused, and looking for help. And then something happened. They started coming to me. They noticed that I could take what she was saying and translate it into clear, actionable steps they could actually use. At first, I answered their questions freely, not thinking much about it. But eventually, I started to feel a little awkward, like I was stepping on her toes. So I went quiet. But on the plane ride back to the East Coast, I had an epiphany. It was like a download. I realized this is it. This is what my coaching should be about. Helping women bridge the gap between their brilliance and the technology that brings it to life. So right there on the plane, I pulled out a notebook and started scripting. I wrote out what this program would look like. I wrote that it would be in the highest good of the women who joined. I wrote that it would be in the highest good for me. And then, almost as an afterthought, I scribbled, and maybe it will even be in the highest good of the sales coach who led the retreat. And here's what made the difference. When I got home, I didn't just leave that script in the notebook. For the next 7 days, I read it aloud every single day. I spoke it into the atmosphere, not once, but over and over until the words felt alive in my spirit. Fast forward a short time later. 5 women from that very retreat joined my program at $1,500 a month. That was $18,000 a year each, and suddenly, club level access was born. Now, here's the part that really stuck with me. Those women loved it. They got the transformation they needed because I had spoken and written it with such clarity and attention. But the sales coach, she didn't like it. In fact, she felt threatened. And when I went back months later and reread that script, I saw exactly why. For the women, I had written with precision, with love, with certainty. They will love this. They will thrive in this. And that's exactly what happened. But when it came to the sales coach, my words were tentative. I had written maybe, and that's what I got. Uncertainty, tension, and no harmony. That moment showed me something. Your words don't just float in the air. They create form. They plant seeds. And the fruit is always in alignment with the attention behind them. When Proverbs 18:21 says, death and life are in the power of the tongue, it is reminding us that speech is not casual. It's covenantal. Every word you speak enters into a spiritual contract. Heaven and earth respond to it. Think about the very beginning of creation in Genesis. And God said, let there be light, and there was light. God didn't think light into existence. He didn't journal about light. He spoke light, and it became form. That's the same power you and I carry as image bearers. Our words create worlds. This is why Jesus said in Matthew 12:37, for by your words you will be justified, and by your words you will be condemned. He wasn't talking about courtroom legalism. He was revealing the universal law of cause and effect through speech. Your words set the blueprint. They justify the future you step into or condemn you to repeat the past you keep rehearsing with your mouth. So when I began scripting club level access and then speaking it daily, I wasn't just talking to myself. I was coming into agreement with spiritual law. I was sowing words that produced fruit. And just like the verse says, I ate the harvest of those words. Metaphysically, words are not just sound. They are vibrational commands. Every syllable carries frequency. And when you speak with conviction, you impress that frequency upon the invisible field of possibility. Florence Scovel Shinn said, your word is your wand. The words you speak create your own destiny. That isn't poetic fluff. It's metaphysical law. When I scripted club level access and repeated those words every day for 7 days, I wasn't just psyching myself up. I was aligning thought, feeling, and spoken word into one frequency. That alignment is what gives words their creative power. Ralph Waldo Emerson, in his essay on compensation, reminds us that every action has an echo. In metaphysics, the spoken word is action in its purest form. Sound vibration, leaving your body and entering the field. The echo is the form it returns in. So when we speak wealth, health, or joy, the vibration cannot return void. It must gather to itself its experiences, opportunities, and people who match that resonance. The truth is, you are already scripting with your words all day, every day. I'm tired. I'm broke. I can't. Each phrase is a blueprint, and the universe, like a faithful contractor, builds what you design. The practice is not to start speaking, but to choose your speech deliberately, to replace idle or fearful words with creative, intentional ones. And this is why neutralizing the old pattern matters so much. If you keep saying, I'm just surviving, or I can't trust people to show up for me, while at the same time affirming prosperity, you create conflicting vibrations. One cancels out the other. True metaphysical mastery is aligning thought, feeling, and speech so there is no static in the signal. When Jesus said, let your yes be yes and your no, no, Matthew 5:37, metaphysically, he was teaching vibrational integrity. Say what you mean what you say, speak as though it is already so. So when I read my script every day, I was practicing vibrational integrity. I was becoming the woman who already had the program, already served the woman, already received the 18,000 in annual contracts. And because my words lined up with my belief and my feeling, the results had no choice but to manifest. So now I want you to take a deep breath. In, hold for a second, and then out. I'm going to ask you a few questions. And again, this is a safe space for you to be. So be honest with yourself. Be gentle. No self-judgment. Okay, let's go. Number 1, inventory your current speech. What phrases do I catch myself saying daily about money, health, relationships, or my capacity? Are those words neutral, empowering, or contracting? If a stranger followed me around for 24 hours and only heard my words, what blueprint would they assume I'm building? Number 2, trace the results back to the words. Can I identify times when something I spoke consistently actually manifests? Think both positive and negative, because you got both. How do these examples confirm for me that my word is powerful? Number 3, rewrite the contradictions. Where am I affirming abundance but still speaking survival? What common phrases do I use? I can't afford. That's too hard. I'm always behind. That contradict the prosperity I claim to want. How can I neutralize those phrases and replace them with language of truth and possibility? Number 4, craft a living script. If I were to write one page today that scripts out my next level prosperity, what would it include? How would I phrase it so it feels already true? Not someday, not maybe, but now. Am I willing to commit to reading this script out loud daily for the next 7 days, just like Tina did? Number 5, check for integrity of vibration. Do my thoughts, feelings, and words line up? Or do I affirm with my lips while my heart still doubts? What practice can I use to bring them into alignment? Meditation, visualization, or speaking slower and with more intention? The key is not to journal these answers, but to notice them in real time throughout the day. Reflection cracks the door open, but practice, speaking with awareness, is what rewires the blueprint. Now, let's do some affirmations. I'm going to read them slowly and allow them to sink in. Either repeat them out loud or say them silently in your heart. My words are seeds, and I plant them with care. I speak only what I want to grow. I release language of lack and welcome words of overflow. My thoughts, feelings, and words are in harmony. Every time I speak, I'm shaping a prosperous reality. I am a deliberate creator. My words move energy into form. It is safe for me to speak abundance and live abundance. I speak wealth, love, and ease into my now. Now, I want you to close your eyes and take a deep breath in and out. Let your shoulders sink. Now close your eyes. Imagine your words as golden threads leaving your mouth and weaving into the air. Each thread carries energy. Some words are heavy and fall to the ground, and others are bright and float upward, creating form. See yourself speaking words of prosperity. I am abundant. I am supported. I am free. Watch those words turn into structures. A home filled with love, a business that flows, bank accounts with overflow, relationships that nurture. Now bring one area of your life where you've been careless with your words. See the old phrase dissolving, burning away like mist in sunlight. Replace them with words of truth and watch as those new golden threads instantly begin to build a new structure in your reality. Take one more breath and silently affirm, what I speak, I see. What I declare, I create. My words are wealth in form. So today, remember this truth. Your words are not just sounds. They're seeds. Every phrase you speak is forming something. You have the authority to speak wealth, peace, and overflow into your life, and then to live inside the reality those words create. So guard your tongue, but not with fear, with love and intention. Let your words be aligned with your heart, your vision, and your faith. Speak what you truly desire, not what you fear. Speak what expands you, not what limits you, because your words are shaping the very atmosphere you live in. And as you go forward, keep this with you. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay whole, and stay rich in mind, in body, in spirit, and in truth. If this message spoke to you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it, live it, and let's grow together. Head over to happyhealthywholerich.com for more powerful teachings and join the movement. Remember, your breakthrough is waiting. You have to show up. Until the next time, stay happy, healthy, whole,